Hello students, in this video I will discuss with you the day before exam preparation strategy for paper 2 corporate and other laws. See, we are having 1.5 day time for revising this paper and we are having 15 chapters in this paper 2. This index is taken from institute material. Of course, index as per Shrestha and index as per institute both are same. Now we are having 1.5 day time for revising this paper. So today you can spend 4 hours. Tomorrow you can spend 15 hours and day after tomorrow, that is on the day of examination, you can spend 5 hours. So total 24 productive hours you are having to revise this paper 2. Now let me tell you the expected weightage of each and every chapter and the expected time for revising each and every chapter. So first one, preliminary, the expected weightage is 4 to 5 marks and time required for revision is just half an hour. Half an hour is sufficient for revising preliminary chapter. In preliminary chapter you will find various classes of companies and definitions, right? Next one, incorporation of company. So the expected weightage is 5 to 7 marks and revision time is 2 hours. In incorporation of company chapter you will find concepts like section 8 company, a revocation of section 8 company license, one person company conditions, a rectification of company name, incorporation procedure, and then subsidiary company not to hold shares in holding company. So these are important concepts in this chapter and the revision time 2 hours is sufficient. Next one, prospectus, same weightage 5 to 7 marks and revision time is 2 hours. In this chapter you will find concepts like types of prospectus, red herring prospectus, shelf prospectus, deemed prospectus. Next, misstatements in prospectus, allotment of securities and conditions. Next one, private placement. Is it clear? So these are the important concepts in prospectus chapter. Next one, share capital and debentures. This is a lengthy chapter. So time for revising this chapter 2.5 hours. During this 2.5 hours you have to revise the concepts like issue of equity shares with the differential rights, bonus issue, buyback of securities, and then application of securities premium, reduction of share capital, issue and redemption of preference shares. These are somewhat important concepts in this chapter. The expected weightage is 5 to 8 marks. Next one, deposits, smallest chapter in the corporate laws. So here you'll find only 4 sections and concepts wise here the important concept is exempted deposits. Next one, conditions for acceptance of deposits from members, conditions for acceptance of deposits from public, and then punishment for contravention of these provisions. And more important point is monetary limits, to what extent a company can accept deposits and tenure of deposits. So from multiple choice question point of view, yes, these are the important concepts. Clear? So the expected weightage is 4 to 5 marks and the revision time limit is 1 hour. Next one, charges, similar to deposits, here the revision time is 1 hour, expected weightage is 4 to 5 marks. Next one, management and administration, lengthy chapter in entire corporate laws. So here the expected weightage is 8 to 10 marks and you need to spend, you have to spend 2.5 hours in revising this chapter. Coming to the concepts, here you will find various registers, annual returns, time limit for filing annual returns is important. Next one, annual general meetings, extraordinary general meetings, notice, explanatory statement, then next proxy, next one quorum, various types of voting, and finally the important topic is minutes. So first complete revision of these concepts and then go with the balance concepts. So 2.5 hours allocation of 2.5 hours is sufficient. Next one, dividends chapter, the expected weightage is 6 to 7 marks. I know this chapter is also a small chapter, so revision time for this chapter is just 1 hour. So here you will find concepts like time limit for payment of dividend, distribution of dividend, and punishment for contravention. Next, time limits for transferring amounts to unpaid dividend account, IEPF account, and declaration of dividends from accumulated reserves. That calculation part is there, right? Just go through that calculation part once. So weightage is 6 to 7 marks, revision time is just 1 hour. Next one, accounts of companies, the expected weightage is 5 to 7 marks and revision time is 2 hours. So in that accounts of companies chapter, you can see the concepts like revision of books of accounts, reopening of books of accounts, and then books of accounts, copy of financial statements to be filed with ROC, and then internal audit limits. Next one, audit and auditors. So here disqualifications of auditors, qualifications and disqualifications, powers and duties of the auditors, cost audit limits. So these are the important concepts in this chapter. A lengthy chapter. Revision time is 2.5 hours and the expected weightage is 6 to 7 marks. Next one, companies incorporated outside India. You can expect one question. The expected weightage is 4 to 6 marks and the revision time is 1 hour. Next one, limited liability partnership. The weightage is 10 to 12 marks and the revision time is 2 hours. Next one, Foreign Exchange Management Act. In Foreign Exchange Management Act, first give priority to the topics like person resident in India, prohibited current account transactions, and central government permitted current account transactions. So first read them well and then revise all other concepts. And the revision time is 2 hours. Expected weightage is 12 to 14 marks. This is having a highest weightage in other laws. Of course, in entire company, in entire paper, this is having a highest weightage. And next one, interpretation of statutes, General Clauses Act. If you are perfect with these chapters, then revise these chapters. Sir, not perfect, sir. We are not having confidence on these 2 chapters, sir. Then don't touch these chapters. Don't revise these chapters. Why? Because if you start revising these chapters, they will consume more and more time. Understood? So ideal time for revision of these chapters is just 1 hour. 1 hour for interpretation, 1 hour for General Clauses Act. Is it clear, ma? Now we are having 3 days time, right? Today you completed advanced accounting paper, so today evening you can revise paper 2, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So what are the chapters you need to revise on day 1, day 2, day 3? Day 1 today itself. Day 1 evening you have to spend 4 hours time, and for during those 4 hours just revise these 4 chapters. Preliminary, first chapter. Next one, deposits, registration of charges and dividends. These 4 chapters are small chapters and the expected weightage from all these 4 topics is around some 16 to 20 marks. 16 to 20 marks. Day 2, start your revision with incorporation of companies. Next, prospectus and allotment of securities. Next, foreign company. Next, accounts of company. Next one, management and administration. In management and administration, I told you, first give priority to the selected topics like proxy, quorum, annual general meeting time limits, extraordinary general meetings, annual returns, minutes. Okay, and then revise remaining concepts if time is permitted. Next one, audit and auditors. And last, share capital chapter, share capital and debentures. So day 2 completed. Next, day 3 beginning, start revision with Foreign Exchange Management Act. Next, limited liability partnership. If you are perfect with the General Clauses Act and interpretation of statutes, then revise these 2 chapters or else ignore. My suggestion, I told you already, if you are confident, if you are perfect with these 2 chapters, then revise or else ignore. See, entire question paper is for 120 marks and you are not required to attempt all 120 marks. Attempting 100 marks is sufficient. Yes or no? Yes or no? So you can take choice. And next one, yes, I forgot to tell you. If you observe this, revision strategy, first I gave priority to the small chapters having highest weightage. So when you start revising, small chapters first, so at the end of the day, the chapters you revised, the number of chapters you revised will be some 8 or 9. So you feel comfortable. Understood? Or else, if you start preparation or if you start revision with lengthy chapters, what happens, a lot of time gets consumed with these lengthy chapters and you will find, less time for, more number of chapters and putting yourself into a big trouble. So that's why, what suggestion I can give you is first start preparation with small chapters having decent weightage, good weightage. And next one, so during examination, you'll have 3 hour 15 minutes time. So first 15 minutes, go with the descriptive paper, descriptive question paper, not objective, descriptive paper. So here you are having, question 1 to question 6. Question 1 is compulsory, and question 2 to question 6, you need to attempt 4 out of 5. So total, 5 theory questions you need to attempt, 5 descriptive questions you need to attempt. Each question carries 14 marks. So total 17 marks, right? So question number 1 is compulsory, and remaining questions you need to attempt 4 questions. So during these 15 minutes, identify the questions which you can attempt confidently. Next 30 minutes, spend time on multiple choice questions, MCQs. As per recent mock test paper, 15 MCQs were tested. 15 MCQs, each question carries 2 marks. So total 30 marks. So read multiple choice questions properly. For the time being, there is no negative marking. So read each and every question carefully, properly. 2 to 3 times read it and select the correct option. So 30 minutes, spend 30 minutes in answering multiple choice questions. No hurry. Next, you will have 2.5 hours time, and you need to attempt 5 descriptive questions, right? So each descriptive question, spend 30 minutes. So 30 minutes for descriptive question, that's it. So in this manner, you can attempt 100 marks perfectly. Is it clear, everyone? And last point, my suggestion I already told you. So don't take choice of these chapters, don't take choice of these topics. First give priority in this manner only, and don't read the new topics. Just revise the topics which you are already completed preparation. Is it clear? So I hope everyone will revise the concepts very well, and everyone is going to attempt this paper in a good manner. All the best for your examinations.